No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Terrapins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will have the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better.
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The run from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Wide open downfield. Running free. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
You got two! You got two!
Here's the handoff. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. They get through and it's blocked. The Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Back to throw, it's Adams. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited, forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Nittany Lions look to do some damage in the red zone. Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a three-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talent.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Made a defender miss. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! Lining up to add another.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Makes the grab. It's Roach. Turning it on. Whipping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, the ground game.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on first and 10. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Terrapins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Back to throw, it's Adams. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective.
Loose in the middle. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put the points up with that 79-yard run to the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play for a snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Terrapins lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Now, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pressure coming. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Setting up the screen. There we go. Got enough space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Adams. Got his man down the middle. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. They'll go back to the ground. Find some fresh air. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Terrapins have this offense rolling.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Barney had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Nittany Lions haven't had a lot of great runners at quarterback in their history, but an effective move there.
Yeah, finding those guys that can give you a little yin to the yang, right? Like they got the ground game, that's what they're built on, but finding those QBs that can create a little bit of balance like this will be really critical for Penn State's future.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. To the ground with the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got it in the middle. It's Roach. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. A shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's got his man, makes the grab.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
And the Nittany Lions will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the right. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finding open areas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield, it's Adams. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball.
Breaks into the open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
They'll run the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going. Now
facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Maryland has... Back in the Terrapin offense, ready to go. to the air. It's Adams. Firing to the right, complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Here's the pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
And the Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Adams. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Gets it out fast. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 4 over Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us... Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Back to throw. It's Adams. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Terrapins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease, it's Hayes. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple of drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Catches it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll try the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Brown. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. To the air, it's Adams. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the ground, it's House. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right on the money. He's He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Terrapins! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat Maction, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Toledo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's a heat. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, running back on the move. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The inside handoff. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here we go. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, this guy's exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. To the air, it's Adams. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Working the middle, it's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. And the Terrapins are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Now from the 36-yard line, it's first and 10. Dropping back, it's Adams. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick completion to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Maryland! Great job by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball a different wide.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Brings it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Adams. Finds his man down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's House. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Terrapins!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He fires to the left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The deficit is large. Hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? The coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So good.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you turn the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.